When you say people, you want to show the audience your defense, do you feel like your boxing skills are underrated or underappreciated?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Well, I'm gonna say this. I don't think people, unless you're a fighter or really enemy, I don't think people understand until I put it to them in a certain. I tell them in a certain way. Of course, if you see my last 3 fights, you'll say Jarrett get hits a lot. He's not real defensive. This, that, and the other. But people don't understand. I chose to fight that way. It was a style I was preparing to one day face Lara with. We knew Lara, since I turned professional, Lara has been on the top. So, you know, of course, when we started to get close to a world title, we knew that fight potentially happened. We had to start to switch up our style that was going to benefit us to beat someone like and Lara. So it didn't look the best because it wasn't something I was used to doing all my life. I was a counter puncher, and I was using my range of height coming up in the boxing game. So in my last fight with Tony Harris and Austin Trout, I kind of wanted to walk forward, and that's the reason why we chose those opponents, because we wanted to practice pressure. And also those guys, Tony Harris and Austin Trout, ain't no slouch. I mean, you're going to get hit. It's not a fight that they've really been in. They haven't really landed punches on guys. Even when Trout fought the bigger Charlo, it was a close fight. And Tony Harrison is a great fighter himself. So, you know, I don't think people should expect me to go in there and not get hit at all. But, you know, their guys are all Trout's a champion for a reason, and Tony Harrison is a title challenger for a reason. So that style was just used to prepare for Lara, and you see it when out there, work for me, pressure. But coming up, I wasn't that type of fighter, and now I'm gonna have to go back to what I use, you know.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
He broke it down. So it was all a plan.
It was all a plan. See, even like this, people don't realize little things. Even going into the Austin Trout fight, I never turned southpaw a day in my life. One thing people like to say, man, I don't really watch too much tape of my opponent. All I need to see is the video, blah, blah, blah. See, I watch my opponent all the time. I watch him every chance I get. And the fight with Austin Trout, when he was fighting and Lara, those were my 2 next opponents. That was a fight I studied a lot. Lara versus Trout. And the reason why I studied that fight because I was facing Trout and I was planning on facing Lara next. But in that fight, Lara was a southpaw, and that was before the fight with me. I feel like Austin Trout biggest beating was by Lara, and it was against a southpaw. So I immediately came to the gym and practiced southpaw. I never fought southpaw a day in my life in no fight, and in the Austin Trout fight, I turned southpaw on one of the biggest stages in my career, when people thought that, you know, it was a fight I popped, so I was boxed in, and I went out there and turned southpaw. Will I ever turn southpaw again in my life? Probably not. But I had to do it. I got to do it to get the win.
So you say you just adjust to whatever the situation
Whatever the situation is.
You like Bruce Lee says, become water.
And there you go. I'm like water. That's why they call me, that's why I got the sweat challenge out now, man. You see I'm like water.